Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Alix. Huge thanks to Alix and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Alix reached out asking for a no-budget Ponies deck. I know, they're silver bordered. But is anyone really gonna get upset if you show up at your LGS with a Ponies deck? Friendship is magic after all. Well, the Griffin players might object, but no one cares about their opinion anyway. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Princess Twilight Sparkle is a 2-mana 2/2 legendary alicorn with flying. Other alicorns, horses, pegasi, ponies, and unicorns you control get +1/+1. We may pay 1 Sonic Rainboom. If we do, and if we control Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, every pony wins the game. So this deck wants every pony, to win the game. In order to make that happen, we may need to run some tutors. We may also want to look at ways to slow the game down. Maybe force them to sing some songs or raise a barn, or at least have a few parties. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful red one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. I've been playing mostly Final Fantasy XIV for the first hour or so, then switching over and making commander decks for future videos. If you'd like to see what I'm working on, check out twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Steam Vents, Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Rafine's Tower, Xander's Lounge, Ziatora's Proving Ground, Jetmir's Garden, Spara's Headquarters, Bajuka Bog, 2 Plains, 2 Islands, 1 Swamp, 3 Forests, and 1 mountain make up our land base for this deck. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, Farseek, Burgeoning, Exploration, Azusa Lost But Seeking, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Ramanup Excavator, Crucible of Worlds, Conduit of Worlds, and Smothering Tithe help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Wavebreak Hippocamp, Worldly Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, Mystical Tutor, Green Sun Zenith, Rhystic Study, Wheel of Misfortune, Windfall, Echo of Eons, Underworld Breach, Kindred Summons, Shared Summons, Protean Hulk, Ring Sight, Selvala Stampede, and Indomitable Creativity help us to dig through our deck and find our friends. Swords to Plowshares, Abrade, Counterspell, Negate, Assassin's Trophy, Path to Exile, Return to Nature, Beast Within, Generous Gift, Bribery, Fierce Guardianship, Mana Breach, Disenchant, Naturalize, Authority of the Consoles, Abrupt Decay, Pongify, and Terminate help us to keep our opponents in line. Cyclonic Rift, Urza's Ruinous Blast, and Ruinous Ultimatum help us to reset the board as needed. Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Rarity, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Nightmare Moon help us to ensure every pony understands that friendship is magic. Supporting our plan and continuing with our pony theme, we've also got Emil the Blessed, Crested Sunmare, Lathiel the Bounteous Dawn, and Loyal Unicorn. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 18 pieces of card advantage. 18 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Underworld Breach and Bajuka Bog. 1 sudden I win card in Mana Breach. This card is absurd and will help us to shut down most of our opponents. Well, not opponents. Friends. Yes, friends. And we're gonna party all night, friends. After all, it's time for the Grand Galloping Gala. But seriously, Mana Breach is brutal to play against. But since we're running so many cards that let us play extra lands per turn, it's almost a ramp piece for us. I know that some people don't want any silver bordered cards on their table, and I completely understand. But every once in a while, it can be fun to have a silly deck. I realize this isn't exactly a silly deck, of course, but since we're trying to make everyone win, I think I can be forgiven. At least a little bit. Do you have a Ponies deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a Commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Tom, Cole, Midge, Detroff, Rally, Frank, Alex, Jenny, Alex, Julio, Michael, Valeri, Kalu, and Aprico. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.